A very brief video now on 1959's The Giant of Marathon, directed by Jacques Tourneur. Starring Steve Reeves and produced in the wake of that successful 1958 Hercules film, I tend to consider The Giant of Marathon to be one of the great precursors, the prototypes for the peplum era of the early 1960s in Italian genre cinema. Obviously, we could point to Ben-Hur's release in 1959 as inspiring that commercial direction for the Italian films, but specifically, it's the fact that The Giant of Marathon was a co-production between Italy and the United States, as well as the fact that, in my opinion, The Giant of Marathon is far, far better than boring old Ben-Hur, but that's just me. And I said as a Catholic, just to be clear. But The Giant of Marathon is truly, along with, I suppose, those actual Steve Reeves Hercules pictures, the first two, I think they're both released in 59 actually, but this is the prototype peplum film. It's got the minimal sets, that lavish romanticism, and that dynamic charisma that overrides any comparatively small scale production values compared to the big Hollywood productions. And also, the other film that cited as beginning the peplum boom was the fact that Spartacus was shot in Italy, and there were sets left over which were utilized for many subsequent peplum productions. Actually, you may have heard the term Hollywood on the Tiber. Italy was a very cheap place to shoot at this time, and so many Hollywood epics were flown over to Italy for completion, which is very interesting. The Giant of Marathon benefits as well, and as a contemporary viewing experience, from being directed by the mighty Jacques Tourneur. Look at these screen caps. This is a film which really benefits from being viewed in the highest quality available. Don't go for one of these DVD rips. Don't go for a TV rip, VHS rip. It does not do this film justice. I saw this film initially on what I assume is a TV rip, and I still enjoyed it because I love peplum. We all know that, but. And even then, I was confident that there was something precise about the framing and the fluidity of this peplum. I mean, Jacques Tourneur's skill kind of shines free in there, but this film in its original intended quality, it's a color classic. It's phenomenal. I can't recommend it enough. I mean, you're looking at it right now. You know. So as a result, due to its seeming apparent influence, and its artistic integrity, I tend to consider The Giant of Marathon to be the masterpiece of all pepla. Certainly, I think it's probably the very best of all pepla we've discussed on FOTD thus far. So another classic Jacques Tourneur film, and another peplum, perhaps the best of them thus far. Anyway, that's all for today. Have a great one.